What the fuck is up, ya buttercups? I'm Pizza Meister, and welcome back to my Worst to Best series. Today we are looking at the DMRs in Rainbow Six Siege from worst to best. DMRs are usually drowned out by their automatic alternatives. However, their strong damage and breaching capabilities, they do have their occasional use. Without further ado, let's get into the video. Starting off in the worst spot is Maverick's AR-1550. This weapon isn't great, it has the third lowest damage and it only has 10 rounds. The low damage is not as bad as it sounds, because most DMRs will kill in 2 shots to the body. But the 10 rounds is especially bad, because if you either miss some or if you have multiple enemies, it'll be hard to kill them. Overall, this is a pretty bad choice, especially with how good Maverick's M4 is. Up next is Glaz's OTS-03. This DMR is also pretty bad. It does have the highest damage of the DMRs, not including Kali's sniper, but it also has only 10 rounds, like the AR-1550. And of course it suffers from the same issues as it can't kill anybody if you run out of ammo, so without running out of ammo so often, it's hard to kill people. And the low capacity is a real struggle for the DMR. Following that is Dokebi's Mark 14 EBR. This weapon is where the list starts to become more viable. The Mark 14 has the lowest damage of all the DMRs. It's a viable choice in the game because Dokebi doesn't have any automatic primary. Her only other choice is the Boss G, and if you don't feel like running the Boss G, the DMR is a pretty good alternative. However, the DMR doesn't really stack up against the rest of the DMRs because it is so bad, but it is viable on Dokebi because she only has the Boss G otherwise. Coming up after that is Blackbeard's SR25. This is another viable choice some of the time. Not all the time, but if you like a DMR, Blackbeard's a pretty good character to use it on. The SR25 is your basic DMR. It has pretty good damage, pretty good range, and it has a 20 round magazine. That's all you can ask for. This DMR is overall pretty good. It almost amends with Blackbeard's kit because he can hold longer angles because of his rifle mounted shield, and it'll be harder for the defenders to kill you, which is good. The lacking things is that it has slightly less damage and the mobility is not 50. Hashtag what even is mobility. Now with our final two, they can really be switched around based on personal preference because they share the same stats. In second today on my list is the French 417. This weapon is really good in the right hands. The damage and capacity are both really good for a DMR. Before its buff, when it had only 10 bullets, it was easily one of the worst weapons in Siege. But with its buff, it has become more viable. The reason it gets second on my list today, even though it has the same stats as our top one, is because of the alternatives that Twitch and Lion have with their F2 on Twitch and Lion's primary assault rifle. Those are really good weapons, and the 417 gets drowned out by those. And the 417 iron sights are in the shape of an OL. And do not run the goddamn OO sights. Never run these forsaken sights. God, I hate them. A couple of quick honorable mentions are Kaid's shotgun and Kali's sniper. Kaid's shotgun works really well in defense with its damage and versatility, but it's technically a shotgun, as well as Kali's sniper, which is a DMR classified in game, but it acts more like a sniper, so I don't think it really deserves to be on this list. If I were to add them, Kaid would probably go in the middle. It has it only has 10 rounds, but it is also a shotgun, so it's okay. And Kali's sniper would probably go in third, or maybe first, somewhere near the top, because of how powerful it is with that one-shot down mechanic. And taking the top spot on today's list is Buck's Dmrs. This is a weapon that sees playtime in game, with its good stats, best stats of the DMRs, and how high the recoil is on Buck's auto. With it being so high, some people have decided to switch to the Dmrs, and you can understand why. It's a pretty good DMR. I think it's the best one. The cameras also works pretty well with this kit, which is why I get placed over the 417 on my list today. And that is today's video. If you like it, give it a like, sub if you're new, and I will see you next time.